Welcome to the London Tech Week TechTV studio here at TechXLR8 at EXL, where I'm joined by Johan Krebbers, the IT CTO for Shell. Thanks for joining us, Johan. You're speaking here later on, aren't you, on the role of IoT and digitalization. What will you be covering?
Well, we'll be covering, of course, it is about IoT, but also how IoT fits in the whole digitalization space. What you have to add to IoT, how do you make IoT successful, and really about the end-to-end story, because I will also say that IoT on itself is useless. It's really part of IoT plus data, bring into machine learning, to come to information, to come to decision making. So look at the whole end-to-end food chain to be successful.
You know, that speaks very much of the ethos here, for example, where we've got IoT World Europe, but we've also got 5G World and AI and machine learning. It's bringing together all of these technologies to realize value. Whereabouts does IoT sit within Shell at the moment?
Well, IoT we've been doing for many years. We might not have called it IoT, but we did it, of course, because we've been collecting data from all our assets, millions of assets around the world, every so many seconds, about temperature, about pressure, into global databases, time series databases, and that data we then use for predictive analytics. So that IoT has been there, and that's what we use today as a base for improve our reliability, predict failures, etc.
And obviously you are the IT CTO. What role does management take in rolling out new technologies, although, like you say, you've been using it for a long time, but in ensuring that you get maximum benefit from newer technologies like IoT?
Well, it's a number of things you have to do. First, the world that changes around you. You work with a fair number of new type of companies, often more startup type of companies than you did in the past. So that's a new type of relationships you need to have. Two, you need to come to a different relationship with the OT people, because the OT people also play a role in the process control domain, but you can start a different role. So the role between IT and OT has to change, and have to come to a different way of working together.
And in terms, finally, of the barriers to further, the roadmap of IoT being fulfilled, well, where are we? Is it processes, or is it technology, or is it just collaboration between different pillars that are the main barrier to getting the maximum value from this?
I would say it's the latter. It's not, you always have technology problems because you might have a device in the middle of nowhere, so you struggle with technology, but that's not the biggest problem. The challenge is to really use the data you collect and really get the value out of the data, to consistently pick up the data and say, okay, how do I improve reliability? What can I do for this particular asset to improve the circumstances and maximize the information we're getting out of that asset? So I think that's the biggest challenge, because we're collecting lots of data, but often that data is not being used today. Yeah? And it's almost a waste of time because you're collecting data, but you don't get the value out of it. So how can you get more value out of it? And the value you get out of it is look at new type of tooling around it from different types of companies, and make sure you have different types of staff around. You have to move away from purely subject matter experts, or also SMEs, plus people who understand data and can play with data.
Johan Krebbers, thank you very much indeed for your time. Have a great London Tech Week.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cheers.